everybody, this is Positive Benzo Withdrawal, and I have made a list of 25 things that I've been doing pretty much daily as I've been going through the hardest time in my taper, which I am actually, thank God, I am getting many more windows daily, and there have been little waves here and there. However, the massive really bad one that went on and on and on for like 2 months has been clearing up. So these are things I wanted to share with you that I've been doing pretty much daily to get through it, and I know that just this momentum and this positive self-talk and everything I'm about to share with you has helped me tremendously, so I wanted to give this to you. So my first on the list is my daily gratitude lists. So before I go to bed at night, I record how much I'm taking on my taper, and I make a list every night of the things I'm grateful for that day. So I highly suggest a gratitude list. There's always something. There's always something. I'm part of Melissa Frederick's group. I subscribe to her group. It's like $40 a month. Totally worth it. She has 2 webinars a week, daily emails. And I do that. I do that religiously. I'm on Melissa's webinars Mondays and Wednesdays. I will walk when I'm listening to it. I'll sit, I'll knit. But I consider her to be like my mentor through this process. So I plug into that. And I also read her daily emails. So Melissa Frederick, Bloom and Wellness, Belissa.com, BAYLISSA.com is brilliant. I walk every day, almost every day. I would say 99% of my days I walk. In some of the most intense waves, I was only able to get maybe 100 yards. Well, maybe that's an exaggeration. I was able to do maybe 10 minutes of a walk, and then I have to go home. And I would walk through like huge symptoms. Now I'm able to do like a walk around the lake or a walk down by the shore. I can walk for about an hour at a time, but my daily walks are a huge blessing for me. I go to meetings. I've shared this before on my channel. I'm a 12-stepper, so I go to 12-step meetings, and I found a new meeting house that has meetings like all day long. So I forced myself to get up and get out of the house with the rest of my family and go to a 9 o'clock meeting every single day. And I will literally sit there in big old waves. Driving has been questionable. There's been times I haven't been able to drive, so obviously I don't get on the road if I can't drive, but for the most part the mornings have been a little easier, so I catch that 9 o'clock meeting and I sit and I knit and I share that I'm going through some stuff, and I'm real transparent about what I'm going through, and people are really sympathetic and encouraging, and I sit and I knit and I wait for the waves to pass. And I'm actually hitting a noon meeting now. I tend to go to like 2 to 3 a day. And I was already in 12-step before this whole thing happened, so I'm not there because of benzos. I was already part of 12-step. I found a new sponsor, so if anyone's familiar with the 12-step model, you have a sponsor that takes you through the steps. I have a new sponsor, which I needed, and she's having me do working on my 3rd step around doing a timeline and writing about all the times in my life that my higher power has gotten me through, like all the really, really challenging and hard times, just so that I have that reminder that, you know, I have a higher power that can help me get through this one too. I've gotten off all of the Facebook groups. I still do Benzo Buddies, because there's one group on there that I really like, which is the Long Hold Support Group. I think they're just incredible. Oh, I should look into the camera. But I've gotten off all the Facebook groups. I don't need to be on Facebook. I actually deleted the Facebook app, and it's just energetically needed to get rid of that. So I'm feeling a lot better about it. I've really reached out to my friends. So I stopped working, and that's been a huge blessing. It's difficult, and I can get into some of the ego stuff around it or the what ifs around it, but I really needed to stop working to take care of myself. And reached out to a friend to help me write an email to all my clients, because at the time my cognitive functioning was so low that I couldn't even string together a sentence. She wrote the most beautiful email that I was then able to send out to all of my clients, and I'm just so grateful for that. She's actually someone who's a benzo survivor herself, so I'm just so grateful for her. Then I have a scientist friend who I couldn't figure out my taper, like I'll be transferring to liquid at some point. And she helped me with all the numbers for the liquid taper. And I'm just so grateful that I have these friends who have their executive functioning skills working and can help me when I don't. So that's been really great. I do a daily meditation. So I'm lying on my back with either my earbuds or just listening to and I do it every day. I usually wake up and do a meditation, some kind of gratitude meditation for my day. And then at some point in the afternoon, when my energy starts to wane, I'll lie down and do like an hour meditation. I have one that I love in particular. It's a Joe Dispenza meditation, and I just think it's fantastic. I think it's actually like a miracle what Joe Dispenza does. Check him out. He's just brilliant. Let's see here, Magnesium Baths. So there were times when my physical symptoms were so bad that all I could do was just lie in a bath. I've heard that magnesium doesn't work for some people. I was hesitant to try it at first. I get like a higher quality than just the Epsom salts. I do like some like bougie magnesium from anyway, it's a good magnesium. I can't think of what it is, but I will lie in a magnesium bath almost every day. I found that doing the magnesium bath and then afterwards doing a hot and cold shower was really, really great for my nervous system. It really helped. I'm a YouTube junkie, so I am on YouTube every single day. I listen to tons and tons and tons and tons of inspirational videos. Some of my favorites are Bob Proctor, Mary Morrissey, Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks, Louise Hay, and I know there's many more, and every day I'm listening to something inspirational. So I'm part of the Science of Mind Church, and that's one of the things I had on my list, is that I go to church on the weekends. I just started going back, actually. I was like really religious about it for many years, then I stopped, and I just started going back. And this isn't like a Christianity church. It's like where Louise Hay comes from and a lot of those people I mentioned. And I did a Prosperity Plus class there a few years ago and had just like tremendous change in my prosperity, which was great because of that class. And I have all the CDs from the class, so I listen to them, and it's Mary Morrissey, who I love, and she's just such an inspiration. I listen to those in my car everywhere I go. I listen to them over and over and over, and this is all like science of mind, abundance, consciousness, attraction, vibration, what you believe, that's what you'll get. And people might say, well, that's different. I'm in benzo withdrawal, and I don't believe that's going to be true for me. It's actually been really, really good for me. I have to say, I do believe that what I put out in the universe, I get back. And so if I'm putting out like positive vibrations, hey, that's what this channel is about, I get that back. Oh my God, I have so many more. I'm going to try to buzz through this. So giving my family cards, I did this last night. I was feeling like, just really tired. I had some waves yesterday, and they weren't home. It's my partner and my son. And I'm like, I'm going to write them a card because I know they're going to come home and I might not be totally able to engage with them the way I want to. So I wrote them a card, and both of them got their own little card from Mom. And it's just sweet just to tell them, hey, I love you guys so much. And I'm so grateful for your presence in my life. And they make such a difference in my life. I just want them to know that in those little windows that I have time to share that gratitude. So prayer, I'd said I go to church now. Nature, just getting out in nature is super important to me. I read the Benzo Buddy success stories like all the time. So that has been a huge part of this journey for me. It's just knowing that this ends. Like that has just been so important. This does end. Like withdrawal does end. I know it doesn't feel like it, people. I know it. I am with you. I know it is hard to believe it, and it does. It does. And I have to tell myself that every day. This will pass. It will end. It is temporary. I did actually meet an addictionologist and sat with him and took him out for coffee. He had coffee. I had eggs. and he worked in a detox center, and he's like seen people taking crazy massive doses of benzos that he's like hundreds of milligrams. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I don't even think that's humanly possible, but I guess you build a tolerance. And he says they've gotten off benzos. And so it just needed to hear from somebody who's seen people do it, you know, over and over and over and over and over and over again. He also does relapse prevention stuff, which I think for people who are addicts, you know, that's a whole other situation. I wasn't like using benzos addictively or anything. It's purely a dependence issue. Yeah, so anyway, it was just great to sit and talk with him. I go to my DBT group weekly. I have my CBT therapist weekly. I've been doing that since, you know, September for, I guess it's been about 9 months now. I cry when I need to cry. I let myself just, I have cried, I have pleaded, I have wept, I have been down on my knees, just what the F is going on. I allow myself to cry. I say cry. If you need to cry, cry. I knit, as you know. I'm sitting here knitting, even in the car. I'm always knitting. I don't knit while I'm driving, but I'm knitting. I haven't been working. That's been a total blessing. One day I'll go back. I know that this is temporary. The last thing before I jump into this noon meeting, because I know I'm a little bit late to my meeting, but I really wanted to do this today, is being easy with myself. Being gentle with myself. And sometimes I'm not the one who can remind me of that. I need other people to remind me of that. So I surround myself with people who remind me of that. Just be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. And that's what I have to give you today. All right. I hope you got something out of this. Stay strong. We're in this together. We can do this. This is temporary. Share with me what you do that helps. Share with me what you do that helps. Don't share with me what you do that doesn't help. What is helping you? Okay. Be good, y'all. Bye.